As I was cleaning the church this week, I found this amazing plaque. See, really heavy, so I won't hold it up too long. It's the story of the Last Supper. And being Thursday, we want to just take a moment and remember that Last Supper. We call it Holy Communion. And today it's a really complex thing that's developed through time. But I'm quite certain that in developing, sometimes we lose the majesty of what this is. Luke chapter 22, 14 to 15. When the hour came, he took his place at the table, and the apostles with him, and he said to them, I have eagerly desired to eat this Passover with you before I suffer. It's rooted in Passover, but it's a very, very simple story. And over the years, I've seen so many elaborate tellings of it. But this year, I've decided to use wood. We have a wooden plate and a wooden cup, because it wouldn't have been a very, very big, rich ceremony. It was simple ceremony with simple bread and simple wine that they would have in Jerusalem at that time. Three things. 1 Corinthians 11, 23 to 26 tells the story from Paul's perspective. I have received from the Lord what I have handed to you, that the Lord Jesus, on the night in which he was betrayed, took a loaf of bread, and when he gave thanks, he broke it and said, This is my body that is for you. Do this in remembrance of me. In the same way, he took the cup after the meal and said, This is the new covenant of my blood. Do this as often as you drink it in remembrance of me. For as often you eat the bread and drink the cup, you proclaim the Lord's death until he comes. Do you see? The story is about Christ's body being broken for you. And that's why it's important for us to do this whenever we can. It's the story of the blood shed. Blood was the sign of a covenant, a contract. And Christ is saying, I have a new contract between you and me in which I save you by my blood. And the third one is to do this as often as you drink it in remembrance of me. Every day we should find a way of remembering the story of Christ and how Christ saved us. I have spoken many times to people who love Holy Communion and observe it, but do not understand it. And I think that there's real value in going back and reading the story and rediscovering the story behind the story. God bless. Have a great week.